anyhow you look, I mean, oh, I beg you, the next election go for vote.
I'll vote.
Oh, okay. So, why? Maybe ex-con. It go prison.
I think the thought I say I would agree. I like that.
But you know they were green for a reason.
Please, help.
So, George, it's cool that we are in this company, and because it is Shatta, because it is Shatta, it is and leading up to GOG, which we've heard so much about. Some of us have sat and gone like, yo, we've seen guest list, track list, I mean, all the build-up materials. So who crowd go there on the album? We consider
very good question.
You know who and
very
who
good question.
Go there because again, because it be Shatta. Some of us have been in situations where Yakoka Shatta wasem, and the way Accra big, we know if we go here, we forgo hide.
Yeah,
you understand, George? I've lost 2 women. I've lost 2 women because I go talk Shatta in matter.
You lost them how?
They dog me. I make a talk.
Oh, okay. Was it at the same time?
Different areas.
Ah, okay.
So that be 1,000 times 1,000 minus 2 be that.
I beg you, this calculation. So you see, because of this man, my woman give me one is make I no mention Shatta Wale name again. Where I lose guard, go apologize to Shatta and people for comments I made earlier. They dog me, my brother.
Why?
Because the heat way they work Accra, they work with soldier.
That's right.
The heat way Shatta and people give me for this my word inside. Anywhere I go past my inboxes and everything, they say, hey Rasta, we go come out to your wig. See, so listen, there's this incident where my friend lost his father, so I had to write the tribute.
Yeah.
But he's abroad, so I had to work with his sister who lives here. I see the woman with my eye, or I forget the tribute where we start one at things, not knowing one of her staunchest and like biggest one of the persons that she doesn't want to hear of when it comes to Shatta Wale, because this person is always
against Shatta Wale
and against Shatta Wale was me. We both didn't know until it was too late. So after I've been into the situation a couple of times, and then one day she asked what I do, I said I was a farmer. So it was okay until she found out that it was Kwame Rasta. Never heard from her again. The girl dogged me because she says since we should follow this every day they pass Shatta Wale, everything Shatta do me. So if me be the Kwame Rasta,
and
yeah, that's how powerful this gentleman is. So
very
GOG album, I'm not looking forward to it this Monday anyway. I've been for far too long to believe say there's soon be this one. So whenever I go come, you go enjoy him.
No, but GOG will come like it should come. It's just that, you know, sometimes I tell people, even my fans, sometimes if you go write some features and things that they tell them, so no, delete it, because you know we don't have to put people like make them get like high expectation and stuff like that. It be work where they do, you understand? And people love the work, and I believe I'm going now from the Shatta City days to, you know, another world, and this time the world changed. You know,
do you think that puts a lot of pressure on you? Do you think that the massive expectation that it creates will put a lot of pressure on you? Are you under pressure?
No, not at all. That's why I've been able to wait. Like me, if I won't like wait for another year again, but you know, sometimes if I meet people, they know my fans, they say, "Oh, when do the GOG come out?" You know, I feel like, oh.
But if you don't release it, aren't you also concerned that you may lose market share?
Yeah. So that is also like that business side that I think about. You know, so I have to put in more promotional works. You know, that's why every time, you know, I release something, I give them mixtapes. You know, I do videos, documentaries. You know, for them to just know that, you know, I'm working on it. Because if I say I will release some way, I know they interact with them, I know they put out anything, they go feel that not be serious. You know, that's what I'm saying. Any artist that will do this and won't do it well will lose a whole lot of fans. You know, but with even this GOG, if we do like the Freedom Wave concert at the stadium and see the turn up, you know, so I believe like the fans know that I'm respecting them with whatever I'm saying. It's just that some of them understand, say, Charlie, the thing no easy, And recently, even when I went to Good Evening Ghana and I was talking about distribution and stuff like that, a whole lot of fans came to inbox me and they were like, okay, so now they understand, say, it be me alone, and it's us alone, independent artists, easy for you to do a whole lot of things, but they are proud of what I've done so far. So I believe, they go have patience for me this time. That's why I feel this is the right time for me to drop. Because if I give it 4 or 5 years, unless I go do carpentry.
Do you agree with the people that have said that after your Beyonce collaboration, you probably should have been at the point where other African talents are?
Yeah.
But you've not been able. Do you agree with that assertion that you should have been there and you should have done something? There was a certain situation. Do you agree with them?
Like most stuff, it was just that they didn't also understand at that point that somebody like Burna Boy, who was on the album, had a label or a distribution company behind him.
Atlantic.
Yes, Wizkid had the same thing. Almost all the artists, Mr. Easy was on the album. I think had. The Yemi Alade, all of them, like, they had like labels, but I was the only independent artist.
But Bulldog felt that you were in a position to be able to do that even on your own, to build attraction.
But you see, that is why I come in and say, Bulldog knows I'm independent. Bulldog knows we don't have a distribution label. Bulldog knows we don't have that mechanism to move like the way the others are moving.
Yeah.
But as somebody that worked with you, he perhaps knew that you had some funds to be able to kickstart the project, to be able to.
And the fans like that, I will go bankrupt.
You know what he's saying?
I know he's a Shatta fan. Because like, for instance, like, that's what I'm saying. The way the Burners and the Whiskies were moving.
But you have to invest in yourself before somebody also.
Yeah, so my investment goes into
making the music,
my studio, my label, my team, because that one I know they play with them, but they always try to keep them. You understand me? So,
but the Shatta Wale should be able to attract investment, shouldn't it?
Yes, but
what has made it hard getting that investment in the deal? What is the problem?
Once again, I'll go back to me not having a label. Because me alone no go fee enter Hot 97.
No, you mean you not having an effective management team or label?
Yes, because the effective management teams ever not have them.
Yeah.
That'd be serious.
Yeah,
because if we are going to do top talent in Ghana, you're going to be one of top 3. And if you admit that you didn't have an effective management team, that's serious.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Sarkodie even doesn't have an effective management team.
He would disagree.
No, he would disagree, but I'll let him also understand that maybe now that maybe they get signed to a few labels, where did he help them and things? But Angel has been with Sarkodie for years.
But he had a Ziki Media.
Yeah, Ziki Media also approached me.
Okay.
Yeah, but the money they were even the money they were for me.
What you say people don't feel afford you? How do you mean?
No, because I have a whole catalog. You understand? Like, I have a whole catalog that I believe I work so hard for. So when you want to come in for my Instagram, my Twitter account, my YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, I know what they make for me. Promo has tried for me like all these years, because I if you get like at least 150,000, 180,000 from me promo.
Dollars or cities?
Ghana City.
Okay.
Ghana City, and those ones we had to change to dollars.
And how much do you get from Gambro?
30,000 for 15 years.
30K cities
for 15 years. Yeah, 30,000 cities for 15 years. Wow. So basically, like, yes, I could have done, move my money. That's what I'm saying. You see someone like Sarkodie. Sarkodie should have been bigger than Wizkid.
And so is you.
No, but you see what Sarkodie even did.
So is you. You are almost. You also could have been bigger than Benabo.
Sarkodie, and they put money into in craft in terms of videos and everything to make it perfectly right. But
you don't.
No, but he's still not there.
No, but I'm saying that in the way Sarkodie does investment, you don't. You don't go to that extent.
No, because if Sarkodie they do one and they watch him and the filmmaker.
So your basis for not investing is you look at Sarkodie.
No, they look at him because what did they do? No, he's alone. And he's using his money to do that.
So in your opinion, every artist needs like a team or an international record label or something behind you. to be able to move forward.
That's how it's supposed. That's the English.
But if you also look at it, you would have realized that some would have made an initial investment to build the traction. Because if you build a traction, and that's what they come for. So for instance,
well, I think, Sadiq, if you're hearing, the argument is that he's seen people make the investment in themselves. It's not going anywhere.
Because you see me too, I go fit talk say the push where I push.
Yeah.
I met Beyonce's team, and the video, the team was telling me, B likes, she likes this. As they show me the video, I say, what? Wow. Ayo, that I shot at Kolewaku. The guy that even shot is a Nigerian video director. The payment was even back and forth.
That's how you gauge how to do an investment.
Yeah, so that's how I gauge, because I feel like, okay, so it means there are investors also out there that are looking for some originality.
Yeah.
You understand me? Because if I feel do song for street, where you go find Beyonce, you understand me? Then it means I'm also on a certain path, because I didn't want to start Sarkodie in video, especially when Akon even mentioned Sarkodie's name. Sarkodie should have been there, but I could also say he didn't even take advantage of it.
So the fact that Sarkodie couldn't get there is what guides your basis for also not wanting to go the extra mile, because you're
it'd be like when they play Premier League.
But his people would disagree. They will say he's been there at least. If you're gauging by the fact that he was at the BETs and actually won it, if you gauge by the fact that he's been on certain stages, even for Stoneboy as well, if you gauge about the fact that he's played festivals and he's doing the festival circuit, obviously recently they play Global Citizen. There should have been some of these things should have been a basis for why he played Global Citizen and is playing other shows, right? Which meant that the investment they are putting in is working for them in the ways I should.
But my own, they work for me bad. Pass the my own.
Shatta.
Yeah.
You see your video where Beyonce say we fall in love with you. At that time where they write the lyrics, production, post-production video, then you had a management team.
No.
You had hold on. I know sure say you did.
Me I never so to correct that, me I never get management team before.
Yeah.
Because everything it in me where I decide.
Thank you.
So what role did Bulldog, Julio and everybody play?
Let me wrap up.
So they were like my representatives, they represent
Agent.
me. Yeah, agents. They represent me when I have to maybe meetings,
Bulldog would disagree. Because I saw Bulldog work harder than that.
No, Bulldog's work.
Because I was involved in that.
Okay.
I personally saw Bulldog work harder than how you talk about.
Yeah, but Bulldog never gave me money to shoot video. Bulldog never invested in my craft.
He was not an investor, but as a manager. In the management team,
that's what
was
I'm saying.
effective.
That's what I'm saying. It was a team that I created myself. You understand me? That come manage me. But your management will be go and represent
for me.
Yes.
Then it's on you that you did not appoint an effective management team.
That's why I'm saying that where we come from music and where we can reach for music, we saw certain things to be the way it was. Because for now, even people who say, because Bulldog my manager, so he be in, they give me money, he be in, they give me everything.
But they're getting it wrong.
Yeah, but they're getting it wrong, because that is where I'll come in and say, I was taking decisions for myself because I was watching the ups and downs, the lapses in the industry, and how some people they move their things, and because say constantly if you talk say I no come for award and no be say award no good, but the time I did Blue Lagoon.
But Wale, take a look at it. Hold on.
Sadiq, you have 2 questions. You've done 6.
No. Just take a look at it this way. In the whole Beyonce collaboration, Leslie played a certain role in the pitching.
Yeah.
Because they did pitch, regardless of the fact that there was a lookout for Pan-African talents. There was a pitching. They took in and stuff like that, which means that there is a template, a way to be able to gain the attention of the world. And that's why I also share in and agree with the people that this is a template that worked for you. This is somebody that knew you. This is somebody that was working with you. In fact, I worked with Leslie as well. And there was some level of pitching to Beyonce's team to get all of these things done and all of that, which means that it was a template. Couldn't you have run with a similar template to ensure that you built traction in the ways that made sense for any other investor from across the world to come to you?
So, to be really frank with this, all of us, including Leslie and everybody, was shocked when we had that call from Beyonce's team. Because Beyonce already did